Hey guys, it's Becca back for another one of Becca's books. Today is really exciting. I will be reviewing Mask of Shadows by Linsey Miller. Mask of Shadows will be releasing August 29th. I'm really excited for this book. I was given this arc for an honest review. This is a diverse high fantasy following a gender fluid main character named Sal. And this got me so excited because I've actually never read a book about a gender fluid character, and I just thought that was kind of the coolest thing. Sal journeys to become part of the Queen's famous assassins. They are called the Left Hand. There are 4 of them, and they are all named after a gemstone. So when one dies, they audition to have him replaced. So Opal dies, so he is auditioning to become the new Opal. And I loved that they were named after gems, and they kind of wore and took on personalities that were like these gems. It was really fun to read and picture that way. I love that the assassins are named after stones on the left hand. So it's like rings. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. Sal, motivated through revenge, battles through this audition. So you kind of get that Hunger Games-y vibe because it is a little bit of a battle to the death and, you know, competition between others. I personally really loved the competition of this book.
Oh my gosh, we did it. 5 room was awesome. And the way 5 reacted the next day, oh.
So I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I really wanted to give it more, and I was so close to giving it more. I thought the world that we were brought into was wonderful, and the best part about this book is Sal. I thought seeing the world through Sal's eyes was amazing, and it was a new experience for me. You know, like I said earlier, I've never read about a gender fluid character before, and the best thing about this world was that the gender fluidity was normalized.
So I was a little worried about the gender fluidity rap, and while I can't speak to it personally, I'm really enjoying it, and I love how normalized it is to everyone.
It was really normal. No one treated it any differently than how they would treat any other human being. I think there was just one instance where Sal was referred to in the wrong person, and it was corrected immediately and defended. So that it was really refreshing. I loved that. I mean, that's how it should be. And within this world, there was also other things of diversity. I think there was a gay couple, there was an asexual person, at least I saw them as asexual. And to me, that just added to the normalcy of the gender fluidity of the main character, and I really liked it. It's not just gender fluid, there's like asexual and bi characters. It's great. Now, I cannot speak personally to the representation of the gender fluidity, but for me, I thought it was very positive. I thought it was something that it was wonderful to see, and in general I just really enjoyed the character. Sal as a character in general was just great to see this world through. Sal was complex and dynamic. They were resourceful. Sal's a quick thinker. I like him. He's resourceful. And they were just really smart and just a good person to see this world through, and I really enjoyed that. On the other hand, while there were some great secondary characters as well, I'm looking at you, Maud. Maud, can I hire you? Because you legit are the best. The rest of the cast fell so short for me. I thought there was no character development. I had a lot of trouble distinguishing who was who for a good portion of the book. Some people had names, some people were named as numbers. Even I just couldn't, I had a lot of trouble keeping it together. People didn't have distinguishing qualities that I could really tie their name to. On top of that, you know, the storyline isn't super original. It's definitely a story that we have seen done before. You know, I think the spin to the story is that we are seeing it through a gender fluid character, which really doesn't change the story at all or really give it a spin. You're just, because the gender fluid, I mean, it's a normalized character, so it is a normal character. So it's really not much of a spin in that aspect. And the world you're going into was so vast, and I feel like at some points we had info dumping on us, and I wish they would have just slowly built out this world because it was a really cool universe. Also, within this universe, there is a magic system. The magic system at this point in the story is extinct, but Sal, the main character, refers back to it often, and and the extinct magic kind of left its remnants behind. And I could not grasp this magic system at all. I couldn't grasp what had happened and what it was and all the things that it left behind on people. I just don't think it was explained well, and I had a lot of trouble understanding what it was. And I know that's hard because it's extinct and you can't really show us. So I get the troubles with that, but I couldn't I wish there was maybe a flashback or something, but I just couldn't ingest this magic system in the sense of what happened in the past. The pacing of this book, though, was excellent. It was very fast-paced and easy to get through. I did, however, have some issues with the action sequences. I felt like sometimes they were so jumbled up, I didn't even know what happened.
The heck just happened? There was a lot of going on, freaking out, but oh my goodness.
There is this one instance where they're running through the forest, trying to like battle off people as they run, and someone gets in trouble, and it just went everywhere. I was like, what just, I didn't understand what happened. I thought it was like an audiobook and I missed something, but no, I read it and I had to go back and read it over. And it wasn't just this one time. It happened kind of a lot during the action sequences. I just don't think they were really well articulated, which was kind of hard, but they were still great. It was still enveloping, and I was still into the story, and the pacing was still very, very good. I do think this is Linsey Miller's debut novel, so keeping that in mind, I really did enjoy the writing style. I just think the action sequences weren't the best. That was probably my only issue with the writing style. You know, overall though, I thought this novel was so fun. It was fast-paced. It was a good read. I absolutely loved the universe we were in, like the world. I wish I had a map because there was some traveling. And I loved the main character. Sal was awesome. They were smart and resourceful and witty, and I really enjoyed seeing the story through their eyes. And the gender fluidity rep was great. So, and I learned a couple things. Now, it's not going to explain to you what gender fluidity is. So if you don't know anything about gender fluidity, you're not going to really learn from this story because it's normalized. It's just assumed that everyone already knows what it is. So there's never like a device to set up Sal's gender identity, and that's okay. They do kind of explain it a little bit, and that was enough for me. But again, overall, loved the story, loved the universe, loved the pacing. I just wish there was more. I wish this book was longer and we had some more character development and some slower world building. This will be a series, so hopefully that stuff gets solved in the next series. I absolutely will continue reading this series, and I hope it just gets better as she goes. I absolutely recommend reading this if you love high fantasy and you're looking for some diverse reads. But that's everything, guys. Let me know if you're interested in reading this or if you had read it and what your thoughts are. I would love to hear it. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Like always, Mike will be back in our next video, so don't forget to subscribe to see him around. And I will see you later, guys. Bye.